Hey folks, it's Rob. Welcome back to Fallout 4. I'm currently inside... Well, it's complicated. This is a representation of the remaining memories we can obtain from Kellogg from a cybernetic implant he had in his brain, filtered through Nick Valentine as given to us by the memory lounge chairs in the memory den. And so far, it's been mostly a painful waste of time. But hopefully here, we'll actually learn something that we didn't already know or actually care about. So, let's carry on.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Great, so you enjoyed raising my kid. Looks like he's fucking 10. Amazing. There's nothing up here.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Well, especially when you don't look like the civilians.
Crisis this time.
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines. Pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
Name's Dr. Brian Virgil.
Brian
We
Virgil.
know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding.
Why does my 10-year-old boy have gray hair?
Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
It's not your father, Sean. I'm your father. Don't go with the weird robot man.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
He exploded in a lightning bolt. You killed my boy!
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense.
Oh, teleportation.
Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Ready. Well, that explains what the TV's about. Ooh, copy of Tesla.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No
I
one's
might-
ever done this before.
I
How
might
do you
become a
feel?
murderous asshole.
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same, if you're going to follow him.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds, Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry, maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could
Yeah.
find one.
I happen to have one of
Or
those.
maybe one of those suits of power armor.
Got that too.
That would be perfect.
Not like wasn't given one like in like the first moments of the game, really. All right. I gotta.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Could stop juggling that piece of brain right now. Alright, anything else I want to loot from down here? Not particularly bothered by the scissors or the screwdriver. And as much as I said about needing ceramic, actually that coffee mug can just sit there. Oh. Yoink. Alright. Gotta go talk to Nick. Hey. You coming?
Hey,
Where to?
Piper.
You holding up, Blue?
Blue.
Why are you calling me that?
'Cause you're a vault dweller? I know you're not wearing a blue jumpsuit right now, but the Pip-Boy and that fish out of water look... Dead giveaways. So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print. I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth. Besides, I'm already following you around. Might as well get some quotes while we're at it.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good. Let's get down to business. So, I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
My family and I were frozen. I didn't spend much time in the vault.
Wait, they boxed you up in a fridge? The whole time? Are you saying you were alive before the war?
Yes. I'm over 200 years old.
Oh my god. The man out of time. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
Can you even compare the two? The world out here? It's not even close to the one I left.
Feeling a little homesick, are we? Can't say I blame you. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different. I want you to make a statement to Diamond City directly. The threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
Wait, people just ignore kidnappings out here?
Yeah, Blue, you haven't noticed? You grow up in the Commonwealth and eventually someone is gonna get taken. Maybe not someone you know, but someone. And people just say, well, could have been worse. Could have been killed by raider attacks, or super mutants, or feral ghouls. just give up. So I want my readers to hear what keeps you going. Maybe they'll find a little inspiration. Now, what would you like to say?
No matter how much you want to give up, don't. You have to have hope that you'll see them again. Or at least, that you'll know the truth.
Strong note to end on, Blue. Thanks. That's everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna give Diamond City plenty to talk about. Anyway, we should probably get going. Thanks again.
Well, now you'll get going. And hey, a quest is completed, so there's that. Let's pop upstairs. Haven't checked that out. Irma's terminal. Well. Investigative reporting. Steps. 2 likenesses. Oh, that's none. That'd be 1. Alright. Sorry, but I mean, basically, I gotta look. Could be. Nope.
Yes.
Client Hancock. Well, he's the mayor of this town. Mayor Hancock's memories are, well, let's just say if you thought he was handsome and dangerous now, you should have seen him before he turned ghoul. And I thought I knew how to have a good time. Okay. Daisy. I think she runs one of the shops. I love the irony of a staunch opponent of the den coming in to sample the goods. Temptation gets us all in the end. Reminder to myself, Daisy may not look it now, but there's a reason she lived to be such a ripe old age. Best that no one knows she ever came here. I don't need a reason for the hellion side of her coming out looking for payback. Yeah, Daisy is like the clerk at the hotel, isn't she? Claire Hutchins. Claire's memories are quite vivid. Amari says she must have one of those brains with great attention to detail. Maybe that's why she's so meticulous. Oh, and she sure had a cute husband back when she was younger. I can see why she misses him. Well, that's sad. Fred Allen, whoever the hell he is. Oh, he's at the hotel. Fred Allen at the Hotel Rexford keeps coming in. High as the day is long. Yeah, he gave me that job to go to Hallucinogen. One day he comes in on Jet and asks for a memory of him being on Buff Out. He says it's for an experiment. Getting stoned on Jet and then playing a memory of yourself being stoned on Buff Out while you're still stoned on Jet? Well, I have to admire his commitment. And then Kent Connolly, don't know who he is. All his memories are about the Silver Shroud radio show he's always going on about. That reminds me, I keep telling him to keep all of his posters and toys inside his room. They always seem to spill out on the main floor. Poor Kent, people may gossip about the den taking advantage of him, but the truth is he's our biggest charity case. If I lived to be over 200, I know I'd be tired of the real world too. What's the harm in letting him dream a little longer than the next fella? Amari put in some safety settings into his memory lounger so he doesn't starve himself to death. As far as I'm concerned, if he wants to live out the rest of his days plugged in and occasionally waking up to eat and stare at his poster collection, that's his choice.
That'll do it.
I heard somebody talk. A pompadour wig in there. I don't know how you feel about stealing things. I sure could go for those shotgun shells. You dislike that. And Valentine disliked it because he was nearby. Well, great. Okay. Okay. No, that'll be the Silver Shroud. I don't know, he doesn't look like a ghoul to me. Hey, Nick.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
Yeah, we'll take Nick.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.
Come on, you old gumshoe. Piper, congratulations. You now live in Sanctuary Hills like anyone else I send away.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Sure, ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Doesn't really matter. I'm here now. I've just got to deal with that.
Good attitude to have. Not the way I felt. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. Folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently some gentleman type shows up in Diamond City, heads down to Power News. Guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks enjoying theirs. When security finally put enough holes in him to drop him, they say he was full of servos and sprockets. Just like yours truly. Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them. Considering what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front gate at all.
Massacre of the CPG? What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own. A synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Why would you want to live among bigots like that?
No, I couldn't really blame them, given the circumstances. But folks sure started turning the other cheek when I showed up with the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing. Just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 tops. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero. Offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
You took down 4 guys by yourself?
Well, I didn't have to. Back then, synths were even more of an unknown quantity than they are today. I told them I was rigged to explode and started going beep, beep, beep. Hardest part of that rescue was keeping from laughing as they climbed over each other to get away.
Was it hard settling in?
Yeah, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. Got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the synth, but it was Nick the detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. Long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving? A lot of people out here could use a hand.
Fair enough. But there's a door over here.
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma.
The Unstoppables. Fabulous first issue. Silver Shroud needs you. Turn into channel 314. Cool. It's nice that you were able to get these things. I mean, it's like 200 years. Can't imagine a standee was ever manufactured to last all that long. Hey, dude.
Hey.
Good Neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day.
Escape? What do you mean?
Reliving old memories.
Why am I snorting?
Like Thanksgiving, 2071. Mom made a 12-pound turkey. And then we all listened to the Silver Shroud versus Captain Cosmos. Even Pa was there. You ever listen to the Silver Shroud? That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
My family and I used to listen to every new episode.
You mean when they first aired? How? The last broadcast was hundreds of years ago.
Aren't there other survivors from that time?
Oh, sure. There were a lot of us schools that lived back then, but none of us looked as good as you. Are you really that old?
I was in cryogenic storage for a long time. I only just woke up.
Oh, man, that's amazing. You're just like Mr. Abominable from episode 83.
Yeah, something like that.
Boy, if you just woke up. The world these days must take some getting used to.
That's an understatement.
Things may look bad, but we gotta try to make it better. I got a question for you. What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun? I got a plan to bring him to life. So we can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
What plan?
I've built my own custom machine gun. Even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show. Will you help?
You know what? We'll just go for it.
I'll get the costume for you.
You're gonna do this? For real? Before the bombs fell, they were filming the Silver Shroud pilot over at Hubris Comics. So that's where you'll find it. You're the best.
That sounds great. I totally want to be the Silver Shroud. I mean, look at that. It's cool. I like it. Why not? Okay, this is like the... Right. Alright. Ticket office. Cocktails until 4. Right. Yeah, let's head out. Before we do that. So the glowing sea's next, but the silver shroud beckons. We'll have a quick look, see how far away that is.
Good neighbor. Lowest place in the Commonwealth. Everything not nailed down rolls through here at some point.
I'm not buying that. We come in peace, malarkey.
Okay. Nice of you to just butt in. Nick was saying something. Okay. How far? Alright, so that's the glowing sea mission. Oh. It's like not really that far away. And I still have to hit hallucinogen. Alright, let's pop over here. I mean, we got a marker that's like really nearby. Should be able to handle this quick. Jungle of the Bat Babies. You know you want Bat Baby. Bat Baby. You think the back of the comic would be much more interesting, though. Bat Baby. Yep, we just jumped on top of that. Okay, so we're practically on top of the place. It's like 15 meters. Or yards, or whatever that is. Not feet. It's too far for feet. But yeah. Hubris Comics and Toys. Scavenger's Lead.
Hey, toss anything you can't haul my way.
Nice of you to volunteer. Alright, we'll just clear the body and haul it down the doorway. There we go. Is there something over here? Newbury and Arlington. Weirdly quiet. Oh, there's our APC over here. It's actually open. Got 3 grenades. Okay. It's named Swan. Okay.
A lot of my cases dead end in Boston Common. I prefer not to join them.
Yeah, Boston Common was full of radiation. Okay. A door. The Boylston Club. Okay. Danger Swan. Keep out. Swan. So it's not an APC named Swan. Maybe it's referring to the Swan? Silver Shroud radio broadcast. It's just a shitty pistol up there. Why am I getting up in that?
Well. Looks like someone got lost on the wrong side of the tracks. Wrong-sided intruder.
Oh, I lost the signal. Shit. I was enjoying that. Yeah, wrong side of the tracks. I'll have to tune in sometime. Well, we're here. And it looks like a ghoul. A couple of them, actually. Not what I had in mind. Yeah, more like this. There we go. Glad to see you using that thing I gave you. I mean, Peter Promise always asking, did you get that thing I sent you? Glad to see you got it.
Lost.
There we go. I'm playing with Zappy, my custom-made, customized laser pistol. Which I have to say works better than an Institute laser pistol.
They got wise. Folded.
Unstoppables. Permanently gain plus 1% chance of avoiding all damage from an attack. Visit Uxron Galaxy. Hubris Comic Storeroom key and some cash. Some more cash. I think we'll just leave the bones. Hey, what's in there?
Got it.
Grognak's Axe. 35 damage, medium speed. I love it. Hits cause more stagger and targets take bleed damage. We will take that. And in fact, let's see, Grognak's Axe, Q, and put that there instead of the shock baton. Let's try her out. Hey, Teddy.
You say the word, I'll take a crack. They come.
What? More? Come on down. I got an axe. About time you showed up.
Underestimate us again.
Normal baseball bat, ball, and glove. Shame I can't just take the standee for my house. Burnt Grognak comic. Unstoppables. Man-Ant. Or is it Manta-Man? Manta-Man. Are you coming? Oh. Well, that does seem to work quite effectively. Hey, Jangles, come with us. Right, I think they're like upstairs. Let's just deal with this.
Something out there.
Come on out, you fucking zombies. There. Yeah, we'll save the crit. Well, it's ammo efficient anyway. Silver Shroud photo. Best wishes, the Silver Shroud. I am totally having that. More of the usual junk.
Probably not worth taking the stealth approach through here.
No, I'm fine with just walking around killing shit. Shit, I'm running along again. Join us next time as we continue prowling our way through this building. Have a great day, folks. Goodbye.